Oh, well, that wasn't dry yet. Hey everyone, it's Michelle, and today I'm going to be trying out the Natasha Denona Sunrise palette. For the first time, this is going to be my try-on, my first impressions. We're just gonna go in and see what we think of it. There are 15 shades, a mix of mattes and metallics, and at first I wasn't going to pick this up. I mentioned it in 2 Will I Buy It's ago when they released it, I'm not really sure, that I was gonna pass just because I already had warm tone palettes and it was probably gonna be over $100 because it's Natasha Denona. And then imagine my surprise when they said the price was only $65. I was like, okay, for $65, I have to try it. As far as Natasha Denona palettes go, I've never actually had a big one. I've gotten 2 of the minis in the past, the mini Lila and the mini Nude, I believe. I've already decluttered the mini Lila, and the mini Nude is nice. I've heard the formula is completely different on the big palettes versus the mini ones, so that's what I'm going to be trying today. For $65, I have high hopes. This thing better be amazing, and I think it will be. So looking at the palette, it's nice and sleek and red, and then the lettering is pink. And then we open it up, and it's just a gorgeous color story. Just like my Alyssa Edwards review, I'm gonna just go straight in on my eyes, no swatching. I don't want any preconceived notions. I just wanna go in on my eyes and see what happens. So if you wanna see what I come up with, let's go. Not sure if you noticed, but I'm a little stuffy. Sorry. Allergies are a biatch right now, and I'm dealing with it the best I can. Also, I'm always gonna be frizzy, so get used to that. I really want to dip into the yellows. I think I'm going to start with the shade Morning though and blend that into the crease. Okay, it picks up nicely. Oh, that's a lot more orange than I was expecting. Alright, so I was expecting this shade to be kind of beige. It's this one right here. And it looks kind of like mac and cheese on my eye, but I'm just gonna go with it. This is definitely where swatches would have come in handy. Swatches don't mean anything as far as performance goes, obviously, because you don't apply shadows just in a line on your eyes. You're usually going with a brush, you're usually packing and blending. They're just not accurate for that. Swatches for me are just about the color payoff in general, just what color I can expect. And again, when you blend things out, it can change, but when you swatch something, you usually have a pretty good idea of the color at least. While this shade isn't what I was expecting, it's beautiful, and it's blending very nicely. I have a feeling this is going to be a lot of people's first Natasha Denona purchase, at least for a big palette, because of A, the price decrease, $65, and you're really not getting that much less product than one of her big palettes, and the color story is just so user-friendly. Everyone pretty much likes warm tones, and I see so many different looks with this palette, so I just have a feeling there's going to be a lot of people getting this one. I'm going to go in with a fluffier blending brush and blend the edges. I'm actually going to go in with the shade Morning, the same shade, and go a little higher. Just because of my hooded eyes, I'm realizing I'm not bringing it high enough, so hold on. I just need a little more on my actual brow bone to help me create my fake crease. While I do this, I do kind of want to touch on my Jaclyn Cosmetics lipsticks and where I'm at with that. I've had more than a few people reaching out to me concerned because obviously I tried them on a few videos ago and I wore them a few times since then. I'm being completely honest when I say I fell in love with the formula. It was so creamy, so nice, and the 3 shades I got were absolutely beautiful. I still have not had any issue with mine. No bumps, no hairs, nothing weird, no melting. But after seeing what I've seen, I can't use them now, obviously. The trust is gone. I don't trust putting them on my lips after that, especially after seeing Raw Beauty Christie's video. Like, I don't really think anyone should be putting them on their lips anymore. I know I've seen a lot of people say that, oh, well, mine are fine, so I'm going to keep using them, but I think we really need to be smart about this because it goes so far beyond lipstick at this point. It's our safety and our health at risk. So for anyone wondering, I'm not using mine right now. I'd like more information from Jaclyn. I'd like her to, I don't know, not BS the public. I want her to give facts. Why are all the batch codes the same? If mine are perfect and someone else's are totally jacked up and we have the same batch code, like something's not right. A lot of things aren't right. There's a lot. It's just a lot. I just feel like she knows more than she's letting on, and it's super frustrating as a supporter and as a customer now. So not using mine, I'm not sending them back right away because I want to know more information. Like maybe she can show some proof like, hey you guys, sorry, some of these have been sitting around for 2 years and some of these are brand new. Maybe I got the brand new ones. I don't know. Maybe they're all old and I just got lucky. I don't know. But for right now, I'm not chancing it. I'm also not returning them. I'm just sitting on them to see if she actually opens her mouth about what the hell is going on. So that's where I'm at. All right, now that my lids are looking full on Craft Easy Mac, I'm gonna go blend the edges again. I really do like this shade. So much darker than I was expecting, but it's all right. We can still try it. I wanted to go in with Citrine. I think it might be too light now, but let's just see what happens. It's very yellow. Which, duh, it's a yellow shade. God, I love yellow shadow. I'm just waiting for ColourPop to release a yellow palette. They've done all of these beautiful monochromatic 9pan shadows. I'm like, where is the yellow? It's gotta be next, right? Just know if they do an all yellow palette, I'm getting it. Oh, this is kind of pretty. I feel like my eyes look like the sun. Hopefully I'm pronouncing this right. I'm gonna go in with Carnelian, which I was expecting this one to look like mac and cheese, so if the other one did, pray for me. Oh, that's like a really bright orange. These mattes are so nice. The mattes are so nice, but everything's starting to kind of look the same, which they're all the yellow orange shades. So let's add some berry something. I'm gonna take my good friend Scotch tape here to help me get the shape I want, because I wasn't gonna go so dark on the outer corner at first, but now I feel like it's a necessity, so hold on just a minute. Okay, I'm gonna take Glory. I'm actually gonna take it on a Sigma E25, something a little smaller. You'll probably notice it's habit. Anytime I go in with a shadow, I like to just tap it to see pigmentation, really to see what kind of power I'm working with. Because I never want to overwhelm a look. This brush is excellent if you have hooded eyes because you can really just get it right in that socket. And I take my original brush and just go around the perimeter. See if I can't get a smoother blend. I'm gonna take Clove on my Real Techniques Instant Pop crease brush. I just want to tap it right in the outer corner. I just wanted to see if we could add any more dimension. It's not really showing up. That's okay. I know I'm unblended right now, but I'm gonna go in with concealer and then kind of decide more of if I want to bring this up, bring some orange down. I don't know what I'm doing yet, so let me cut some half crease. I'm taking the ColourPop No Filter Concealer. This is the shade 00 and it is white. I've never used it to cut my crease before. I've used different shades, but never the white one. So let's just see together how this works. All right, kind of like I thought, it doesn't really stay white when you blend it out. So I'm gonna try to just go over it with a little more. All right, that worked a little better. Okay, I'm done messing with the concealer. Ugh. I'm gonna let that dry down. In the meantime, I picked up a bunch of the LA Girl neon liners, Shockwave neon liners. I believe the shade name is Screamin'. I just wanna pop some in the waterline. I'm curious to see how this wears throughout the day because it's super creamy going on. And it was only a couple bucks, so fingers crossed on this guy. I'm gonna go in with a Morphe M506 into that berry shade Glory. I'm just gonna blend around the concealer very lightly. And it's just catching on the concealer. Awesome. This is a Morphe M507 and it's clean. I'm just gonna go and blend that a little better now. I'm gonna go in with Carnelian. And I'm gonna take Citrine on a small fluffy blending brush. Taking Clove on the outer corner again. And I just want to blend the berry and the orange together a little better because right now they look like two separate entities and I just want them to coexist as one. There we go. All right, let's go in with some shimmer finally. I'm gonna go in with the shade Laurel. I love the name Laurel. I had a best friend named Laurel. Laurel, if you're watching, what up? Okay, Laurel wants to be wet. Let me go in with my finger. That's better. Now that I see how she's working, I'm gonna go in with just this flat packing brush. Yeah, that's better. All right, the shade isn't impressing me much. I do think it would perform really well wet, but I hate wetting my brushes or my shadows. Hate. So, I guess I'm gonna wet my brush, hold on. All right, I got some MAC Fix Plus. Now, if this doesn't work, I'm throwing the whole thing away. Okay, the shade's just not working for me. I'm gonna go in with Awakening. I don't know, man. I really like my shimmers to pack a punch, and maybe it's because I'm not that familiar with her formula, and maybe that's not her shadow style, but it's looking pretty right there. I don't know, this is the second shimmer I'm using, and so far the mattes are bomb. The shimmers are like, Okay, let's try one of the dark ones. I'm gonna try Poppy. I have high hopes, Poppy. Looks pretty. Okay, I really like the shade Poppy. I'm gonna take my tape off real quick because I honestly forgot I had it on. All right, this is what we're working with so far. I'm gonna go put a base on and I'll be right back. All right, I got a face on. Let's do the lower lash line. I'm gonna go in with Clove. I'm gonna go in with Glory next. Okay, now Citrine. And I'm just gonna blend them together better. This is Tarte Maneater. I'm just gonna pop some black liner on the lash line. And the liner is bleeding, love that. Okay, remind me not to use Tarte Maneater ever again. Let me throw on some mascara real quick. Let's just pop some Agate in the inner corner and on the brow bone for a highlight. Okay, you guys, this is it. This is the finished look. What do we think? I think it's like a really nice, pretty sunset eye. I've got some talking points though. All of the mattes that I used, so good, so nice, so smooth, and they blended with like zero effort, very pigmented, just phenomenal. I tried what, 3-4 different shimmers. For $65, I want my shimmers to be like, boo! And these were just like, pfft. So that being said, I didn't use all of them. I didn't try Dayspring or Phlox or Aster or Azalea, so it's not like I've tried all of the shades, to be fair. But for $65, I would expect a little more out of the shimmers I'm using. Let's swatch. Let's do that. Or at least let's swatch some of the shades I didn't use. So let's try Aster. So Aster, we'll pop that right there. A little chunky, but blends out nice. Now in comparison, we'll use it with Laurel, which was that first shimmer shade I was having issue with. I don't know, that swatches beautifully too. Let's try Azalea. That was one I didn't use, and it looks stunning. It's like a lackluster swatch. God, now I want to try this Jasper shade, which looks like a burnt orange. Enter me swatching the entire palette. Ooh, that's nice. Okay, so is it worth it? I don't know. That's a personal question. Do you have these colors in your collection already? For most of us, the answer is probably yes. I know I can get some of these warm tones probably in my ABH Modern Renaissance palette. I've got yellow sprinkled throughout my collection. Do I like having them all right here in this palette? Yes. Is the color story gorgeous? Yes. Do I wish the shimmers performed better though? Yes. I'm going to keep playing around with it, obviously, because I spent $65 on it. Am I glad to have it? Absolutely. I think it's stunning. The mattes alone are like, but $65 isn't exactly cheap, you know? My advice, go to a store, swatch it, see how you like it before you just drop the bank on it. But it is Natasha Denona. Usually she's a lot more expensive than $65 even, so. Either way, I really like the look I came out with, and I'm excited to try more looks with it. So that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you being here. Let me know if you plan to pick this palette up, or if you already did, if you're loving it, if you're like meh. I'd love to hear it in the comments below. All right, I'm done. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.